Okay, so before I get started with the tier list, I have a quick favor to ask you guys. If you guys can, please interact with this video a little bit more. I'm trying to get a little bit more views specifically on this video. The reason for that is because I want this video to like get, I guess, spread it around or like one of the developers of like Marvel Rivals to see it. The main reason for that is because I have some solutions with these characters because I really go in depth with what's wrong with some of these characters and how to nerf them or how to buff them. And I feel like some of these characters, like Thor, for example, needs a buff, or like some characters that are already considered strong, but they just need a rework on some abilities. And so I'm just like hoping if I could get one of these developers to see these videos and just take some of these solutions into account. And if you guys have any solutions for any of these characters to make them weaker or stronger to like more balance out this game, please just put that down in the comments below and I'm gonna get started with this tier list. Okay, so for this video, I'm gonna be ranking all the characters again. In Marvel Rivals, I've been playing the game a lot more, so I will be changing up where I placed them last time. But on top of that, two new characters were added, and on top of that, this tier list is also gonna include team comp at the very end. So I'm gonna be ranking the characters first. I'm gonna be resetting it, and I'm gonna start ranking the team comp. So this tier list is strictly how good the character is, like purely by themselves. So like, I won't when I'm ranking Magneto, I'm not gonna um place him like keeping in mind that you can have a Wanda on your team that makes you busted, and that goes for like every champ. So I'm gonna be ranking them on their own. And Thor and Jeff came out, so that's two new characters. And I've been playing competitive now, so I know like what a lot of these like I guess high skilled players like look like. So people that one trick Spider-Man, I see them, and then people that one trick I guess Hella, I see them. So I have a better like ranking now. And so I'm gonna start off with like I guess the easiest one. So I'm gonna be switching the top rank to it needs a nerf. Like this anyone in this slot I guess needs a nerf like badly. And then anyone that's like, considered I guess D needs a buff. Needs a And the thing is that if your character is down here and then you want to argue that oh they are bad, they might need a buff, but if you play really good with them, are actually decent. They deserve to be here. I'm sorry, but like the only person I have complained on my like last tier list was where I play Spider-Man. And look, before this video starts, if you have a character that you have to be extremely skillful with to go like maybe 21 a game, the character is not good. That means the player that's playing them is good. However, the character is not good. Because why would I play Spider-Man, one trick him, do everything like play Genji my whole life and then play Spider-Man to be really good with Spider-Man? And then if I get like 21 kills with Spider-Man, that doesn't mean anything because if I put that much time into aim labs and play someone like Punisher and Hella, and I could probably get a 50 kill game, whereas in Spider-Man I would get like a 20 kill game. Like even if you play really good with him and you consider him solid, for the majority of players he is dog shit. And so I'm gonna be just putting him here because I already talked about him. And so if your character is here, that means the character is genuinely really weak. And even if you're go with them, even if you think you could put him in B, okay, that's your opinion. That's you playing them. I'm just saying this is like general, like anyone could play it. I played in like high competitive matches. Spider-Man's still not that good. I played healer before. He still can't do shit to me. Nothing. He is not good. Um, and another character that belongs to be with Spider-Man is actually Hulk. Hulk, I had him at C before. Don't know why. I just didn't play him enough to know how actually like how weak he was. He is unbelievably weak. His primary shot tickles, doesn't do any damage. His like he has no way to close in the gap other than his jump. On top of that, his jump's really hard to land, so it's like it's pointless to even try to jump at somebody. His collapse the only time he does decent damage. His stuns, but guess what? It doesn't do any damage, so it's not really that good. His ult is just like it's so bad. His ult punches them away, so you can't punch him again. So it's like it's counterintuitive. Like he punches you away, but he has a lot of health and he does more damage just to knock you away, so he can't hit you and get close. And so that's why he's really bad. And then he has a grab, which doesn't even one shot tanks. So yeah, I don't think he's that good. I'm gonna be ranking Venom. I'm gonna be ranking all the characters that are I guess undisputable in their slot. So if they go like if everyone knows that Hella obviously is a S tier, I'm gonna be putting her on S tier. The reason why Hella is like so strong right now, Even though she got a nerf, she's still really strong. If you have decent aim, you're gonna be destroying everyone in the lobby. I don't care if anyone's like, "Oh, I can beat Hellas." I no. If you go up, like her normally is really good. Like she is one of the best champs because two shot headshot, 3 shot body shot, high mobility, really good ult. You can't go wrong with her. And then forget about it if you're actually good. If you're actually good, she will carry the whole match. And so yeah, that's why she deserves to be here. Another person that deserves to be in needs a nerf is the Punisher. Punisher, if there's not a Punisher in your team, you're doing something wrong. That's why he is at needs a nerf. He does insane damage with his assault rifle. So if you have good aim and you know how to trace, he's really good in a far range. And if you have a good turret spot, especially in defend, so good because he has so much health in his turret form. So if you don't get right behind him and shoot like literally shoot his body while he's in the turret, you're doing nothing to him. And it's actually hard to get behind him if you're playing with better people because they're just gonna like hold you off. And then on top of that, he could see you coming at him and melt you down. And then even if you get close, like I play Star Lord a lot, I would like shred his head and then go in for an E to finish him off. All he has to do is he takes out his shotgun, boom, boom, dead. Literally, he doesn't even have to aim that much. He just shoots like me twice with a shotgun. I'm dead. And then on top of that, his ult is a team melter. He melts teams. He doesn't melt people. He melts teams. The damage a Punisher does when you hear "I'm the judgment," you know you're dead. Like there, you need a pop a ult or you need a hide. That's how you know his ult is insane. And then another character that needs a nerf is Venom. Venom he's not as strong as these two. It's just one part of his kit that's insanely strong, and that's his E. His E gives him way too much shield. There's like so many cases where I'm about to destroy a Venom. Like he played it completely wrong. He's doing like no damage. He's missing all of his shit, and I will get him to literally 1 health. All that health comes back when he presses his E. He's so good at diving the backline and making sure they don't heal or at least getting a pick. And then when he eats all that health back, that one aspect of his character is just so insanely strong because his ult's not that strong. Everything else he has doesn't really do crazy damage, but that E is insane. He becomes like one of the best tanks in the game because he just doesn't die. Even if your team's not there, if you're there all alone and their whole team's shooting at you, quite literally you still do not die. And so yeah, that's why he deserves to be a needs a nerf. And so the last character on needs a nerf is Luna. Luna is just she is quite literally the best healer. If you have decent aim, she is cracked. She's cracked. I played her and I swear after I played her, I don't know why my healers don't know how to heal for shit. Because I literally played her once. I never play healer and I was able to get 50,000 heals with her. All you need to do is aim pretty well. Her regular heal heals a lot. Her shift heal is almost as much as like a ult. Like the healing on that is insane. It's literally Adam Warlock's heal, but on crack because you're just shooting it. It goes through multiple opponents and you don't have to wait for a cooldown. You're able to spam it, spam it, spam it, and then when E goes on cooldown, then you can't use it. But no, I'm pretty sure that's either shift or E ability, but still whatever. She is really strong. She's able to freeze whenever a Spider-Man's on me, freeze him off me. She's so good. Her ult's insane. Literally negates any ult on the other team. Okay, so the next character I'm gonna be ranking is Magneto. Magneto. So like I said, I'm not gonna be basing it off team comp because if he was on team comp, he would probably be like quite literally up here or like very high up A, but I'm gonna put him a B because normally he's good. He's a solid pick. B is what I consider very solid. A is what I consider really good, and Magneto is either on top of very solid or he's the bottom of very good. He is really like he's decent. He's able to block so much damage. He's a perfect tank. He does okay damage. His ult isn't the best. That's probably the reason why I put him here instead of bottom of A because he already doesn't do like crazy amount of damage with his regular shot. Like you could definitely get picks with him, but like ults are supposed to be game changing, and his ult is just not that. It just really protects your teammates from getting shot, and then you can really only use your meteor on one person, or two if they're standing really close to each other. But if they're somewhat tanky, they're not dying from it. And then yeah, Gru, I'd say he's like the bottom of A. He is really good. Gru, if you're able to put his walls there and then shoot him with your regular shot or even hit him with your right click, all the walls you place down, all hit them. Just he does good damage. If you're really good with Gru, he is like actually game changing. He knows how to wall off like tanks away from their healers, giving you guys a free pick. the ult is really good. If you could pre-place walls and then get them in your ult, and then throw your right click on them, literally everyone in that ult is completely dead if there's not a Luna saving them. And so yeah, he is very strong. There's not much to say. He's just really strong. Everything in this kit is like very tank wise. He's like, but on if there's a bad person playing Gru, he's not that strong. But I think generally like most people could play this like character right, and he's really strong. And then next, I say Doctor Strange. I say if you don't have a Scarlet Witch on your team, and I'm not basing it off this knowledge like I did on my last tier list since I'm gonna be ranking these comps later. I think Doctor Strange. In my opinion, I like Magneto more than Doctor Strange, even though Doctor Strange is strong. I just feel like Magneto could low key tank a little bit more and just like do a little bit more damage than Doctor Strange. But Doctor Strange does have a better ult. He does have a better ult, and his shield does have a little bit more health. But Magneto is his is based off time. So if someone's hitting you with a big ass ult, your shield could tank that and shots after that. And plus you have your F or E for shields on yourself or teammates. I'm gonna keep Magneto above Doctor Strange. This is like kind of interchangeable in my opinion. But yeah, they're both really good, and there's not much to say. Penny Parker in like low ranks, if someone knows how to play Penny Parker, but if they're like playing in low ranks, she's like really strong. But like I feel like as long as you know what Penny Parker does, she is not that strong. Because the only time where she's like I guess insanely strong is when she gets to put her spider generator down and it generates a lot of mines and then someone walks over, it's like insta death. But if anyone like played this game for like more than 2 days and knows how her abilities work, she's not that strong. You just destroy that, and that's basically her whole kit kind of gone. She can't really do that much damage with a regular shot. Her ult isn't crazy. It's like she's low key kind of midish. I wouldn't say she's like solid. Not maybe in lower ranks, but I play competitive, and I'm just saying Penny Parker is like someone you don't worry about. Thor, like severely. I don't know. Thor is very fun, but he can't be all a tank alone. He has to like be paired up with a like Magneto or Doctor Strange or someone that can actually tank like a lot of damage. Because Thor is really good at kind of DPSing. He's low key like a very chunky DPS. He's not really. I wouldn't really consider him a tank. And that's like where my concern comes because he is really like he's strong. Don't get me wrong. He could get a lot of picks. That's why I really like playing him. He has a really good ult. He could get a lot of picks. The problem is he doesn't tank. That's where my main concern with Thor comes up with, and he just can't tank that much. What I think they need to do to solve this problem is instead of his E just giving him his Thor force back, make that into a shield because he doesn't really feel like a tank, but I can't really put him anywhere lower because he does get a lot of picks. Like if you could play him right, I play him really good, and I like playing Magneto a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, with Thor by himself, I'm able to take a lot of people out. But just because he can't really tank that well, I don't know. The thing is that Doctor Strange tanks more, but I definitely think I get more picks with Thor. It really matters what's more important because there's usually another tank to tank, but picks are very useful in the game. And especially with Thor, you can literally run into her backline and take out both of their healers pretty fast if you have okay aim. And so I'm gonna leave him here, but I do think he needs a buff because nobody really wants to play a character like no tank wants to play tank when they can't really tank a lot of damage. And that's low-key how I feel when I'm playing Thor. His ult's really good, but I really do think that E needs to get buffed to becoming a shield because it doesn't feel like you're playing tank. It feels like you're playing DPS, but you're playing in a tank role. Okay, so the next character is Scarlet Witch. She's gonna probably be towards the bottom of A. The reason why I say this is she's not really that strong. She doesn't really do too much damage. When I first ranked this, I put her at top of A. I think she's like maybe bottom A because she does really good damage. She has a good ult. The ult, however, if you don't know how to play, the ult's not that good. But if you know how to play and you have a good team comp, then you could literally change the match of the game. Like her ult is meant to be like mixed up with a Magneto or someone that could distract while she charges her ult up. And that's where a lot of people get it wrong because a lot of people just go straight in with her and they get shot out the sky and wonder why they died and they think the ult's bad. Ult's really good. You just gotta know how to use it right. And just everything her kit's really good. Her shift just basically makes her invincible. Her regular shot you don't have to aim. It's literally Moira. And then her right shot is for her right click is for anyone that has good aim and wants to do more damage than her regular shot. And so this next character is gonna be Black Panther. I don't think Black Panther's as bad as Spider-Man or Hulk. The reason why I say this is because when there's a Black Panther in my back line, I actually do like get in fear. And if they play Black Panther really good, I'm not gonna lie, they could go straight up to like B or A. This is like the one character that yeah, you have that skill, you could go up, but generally is not that good for most players. However, the thing about him, the reason why I say he's a lot better than these two is straight up because he gets shield every time he hits. The thing is that he can't really compete with other DPS, especially if they have any like chance of mobility. Like you see, Punisher doesn't have mobility, but if a Black Panther comes up on him and Punisher knows what they're doing, shotgun to the face, shotgun to the face. Black Panther gets close enough to melee, he's just gonna smoke bomb and it's gonna send him back. Wanda literally fly away from him. Literally, like a lot of these DPS and healers have a way to get away from Black Panther, but Black Panther is still pretty good because he got shield and he could dive the backline. But yeah. And so the next character is Magic. I genuinely think Magic's really strong. Magic is really strong if you know how to play her right. And this is like because her kit's so good. Her kit gives her insane mobility, insane gap closing. She does really good damage with melee, which a lot of these melee characters don't have. On top of that, she gets a lot of shield back when she's attacking, so she dead ass feels like a third tank, and she does really good damage. Her ult's also really good because she's just unkillable. She is so good for stalling and so good for backline, and just yeah, she is just a very annoying character for anyone that has to deal with a good magic player. The next character is Iron Man. I think Iron Man it might be like at the top of B. A lot of people like they might argue where Iron Man's placement. Iron Man's actually really good. You just the thing with Iron Man, the skill comes in when you position yourself. If you could position yourself really good with Iron Man, you could take a lot of people out. Like even Hellas were they're kind of the most annoying things for Iron Man. Um, if you could position yourself right, you could actually out DPS a Hella with your E and your right shot. But the thing about Iron Man is that I do put him in B because he low key I feel like he is already solid, but to make him a little bit more enjoyable for like most players to play him, they have to change that F. His F is actually dog shit. Not being able to use it unless you're in your shift or you're in your E basically makes your E so much more important to have, which nobody wants to play around using one ability or one skill. And then the shift, like shift and shooting missiles is so useless. It doesn't really do that much damage. What I think they have to do with him is make his F feel like the new character that came off Overwatch, They have to make his F either like Yuno's or like lock on or have like a just something so where they can home and do decent amount of damage. Because his F right now is actually the most useless ability in this game. Okay, so the next character I'm gonna be placing is Star Lord. Star Lord, if you have good aim, he has like he is so good. He has decent damage, high mobility, and is really good to dive backline, especially if the backline separated from the like the whole team or they're staying too far back. You could easily take him out with Star Lord and get out and deal with other DPS. He's a really good character because he could deal with almost anybody. He could kill tanks, he could kill DPS, he could kill most of anything. The only time you really struggle with Star Lord is if you're going up against these two gangsters right here. Punisher two shots the shit out of Star Lord, which makes no sense because I play Star Lord a lot. I would be beaming Punisher in the head. He's like lower than half health. I would go into E him. He takes out his shotgun and shows me what a better player looks like. That's basically what happens. Storm, she is really strong. She's basically like a DPS support, which is really good, especially if you have a decent team comp. Her ult is absolutely game changing. Her ult is one of the only reasons why she is so high. Her ult is game changing. I remember I was versing against a team where the DPS was way like DPSing their team, out DPSing their team by a lot. Our team just played better just because one of our tanks used to go in their spawn so many times, like dive them so many times, and Storm was able to always farm like the Venom for ult. She literally won her teammate the team the game because she fucking ulted our backline and killed all of them, and then goes for the DPS and takes them out as well. So yeah, she is very strong. Just like her ult wise and everything else in her kit is also really strong. Low key, I would put maybe low key at the top, like in the middle of B or maybe the bottom of A. The reason why I say this is because I feel like if you have a lot of skill with low key, um, He is really strong. I put him in A before, but I might lower him to like maybe B. The reason for this is his healing's really good if you're playing with a stationary team. So if the way I see that is like it's very situational. If he heals really well if your team doesn't move a lot. And a lot of these characters move a lot, and you know damn well a lot of people don't want like playing these slow characters. They like playing those characters where you're flying, you're moving, you're doing a lot of crazy stuff. So they're not really gonna be staying back with the low key healing. If you have a team comp that's playing around you where they stay near you to heal, you are unkillable when you're playing like unkillable when you're playing with a low key. However, if you're playing with literally 99% of the player base, you can't really get the team to do that. So that's why I'm gonna have to put him in B this time. Rocket Raccoon, I'm gonna put him at the bottom of A. He's always a solid healer, gives out decent heals. His abilities are very good to support his teammates. That infinite ammo, plus his ult is just really good for damage boost. He is like uncatchable if you're fighting against Rocket Raccoon or trying to dive him like Black Panther, Spider Man, he just flies away. He just flies away. He makes sure you don't get, you will never get him, and then he's able to like heal all of his teammates. He is really strong. He's definitely one of the easiest healers. Literally anyone can pick him up and play good because you don't even have to aim to heal with him. Adam Warlock, I'll put him below Loki. Actually, I'm gonna put Adam Warlock above Loki this time. The main reason for this is because Adam Warlock his heals are insane. It's just that it has a cooldown. So the reason why this isn't too good is because there's a lot of tanks that just like bum rushing it in, and they expect their healers to heal them like they're supposed to do. But the thing is that Adam's Warlocks is like a heal that spreads through everyone and heals like a lot. So with Adam Warlock, you gotta wait until your teammates get kind of low and then heal them all with the E. But the E is randomized, so the E might not heal the right people you're trying to heal, and then on top of that, sometimes it takes time for your E to come back. So if your team is taking damage, which they are always, you're gonna be caught on cooldown. And if your other healer isn't healing, then your team's gonna die. And his ult isn't the strongest. So you know what? I don't know. I might actually put him below Loki. Yeah, because his ult isn't good. The reason why his ult isn't good is imagine a Punisher ults your whole team, right, and they die, and then Adam Warlock decides to res your team. But the other DPS, Star Lord, comes, flies into Warlock's ult, and then while the team is getting spawned back, they're getting spawned back with like 20, like maybe 100 or like 50 HP, and then Star Lord just starts to break dance on Warlock. And then what happens to all the teammates who just got res? Dead, 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 dead. That literally happened exactly to me, but instead of the Punisher killing everyone, I did. I used my Q, took out the whole Warlock's team, and then I heard Warlock call like resurrect his teammates, so I went right in the middle of the old star breakdancing because I knew they were gonna spawn with low health, and literally got a 7 kill streak with that. So yeah, thank you Adam Warlock, thank you. Neymar, I'm gonna put Neymar at like the middle B. Neymar is a really good character. He's definitely very solid, but he's just in my opinion he's just a worse Hela. He does a lot of damage with his shots. You need a lot of skill. It's like projectiles and stuff. But yeah, he does a lot of damage. It's just that like why play Namor when you could play Hela, where her whole kit's just better. She's a hit scan, does a lot of damage, has a high mobility. But with Namor, you're just like kind of you don't really have that mobility. You don't have like you have the damage, but it's projectiles, and when everything's moving at 200 Mach speed, you can't really land anything. And so yeah, that's why I'm gonna put him here. He's definitely solid, but not I wouldn't say he's really good. Jeff Jeff is definitely like Jeff is I would maybe put him like in B or put him in a bottom of a really good. No, I'm gonna put him in B. I think he deserves to be in B. The reason why I put him in B is because he heals really good. His regular heal shot is obviously really good. You don't really have to aim that much. And then his heal drops are really good because even when he dies, if you place a decent amount of them in the map, that could be enough for your tanks just to collect them and hold them off for just a little bit more for the healers to get back. That's why I really like him. His regular shot heal is really good. That the other heal is really good. He has decent mobility to get away, but he does have a big ass head, so he is pretty easy to kill. His ult is also really good, but the thing is that the ult could easily be messed up if the person's not playing it well. Um, but I also do think his ult's kind of situational because you either have to wait until like maybe someone else uses their ult to like for example Luna to use her ult, and then her whole team gets near her to get the heals, and then playing Jeff, you could literally just scoop up the whole team so they can't get healed. Or you wait until it's overtime, and then when they're all at point, you just literally eat all of them off. You know, the cart. And for some reason, when you're playing like the escort game mode and you try to do that, sometimes it doesn't work. So yeah, they need to fix that. But yeah, he's definitely a solid character. The heal drops and his regular heal is really good. His ult's decent, and so yeah. Mantis, I just think Mantis is a worse Luna. Like honestly, I play with Mantis players and they don't heal like a lot. Their ult's just a worser Luna. Their heals are just a worser Luna. Like I feel like a Mantis is just Luna but worse in every way. So there is no reason to play Mantis when you have a Luna in your team. Or like there's no reason to go Mantis if no one's playing Luna because Luna's just better. And Mantis, I don't know. She's not that good. She's not really that strong. Whenever I'm playing with her on my team, she's usually the one with the least amount of heals. I know she gives shield sometimes, but like she's not the best. And a lot of people play her because she reminds them of Kiriko. So that's like literally 99 of the players that percent of the players that play Mantis. So this is how the character tier list looks right now. And so I'm gonna be ranking team comp. So if your character is like low like Magneto, because you would consider them higher because of team comp, I'm gonna be ranking team comp right now. Okay, so I'm gonna be ranking team comp now. And so team comp, I'm gonna be saying it out loud because these guys are kind of like zoomed like out. So this is Wanda and Magneto. This goes straight up into S. This is absolutely insane. When I say Magneto has Wanda, Magneto actually becomes the best tank. When Wanda is in Magneto's team, becomes the best tank. If you guys haven't tried a combo, try it. Because I played Magneto, and I'm telling you, the easiest wins in competitive is when you have a Scarlet Witch in your team and you're playing Magneto. The reason for this is the sword that Magneto gets does absurd damage. You two-shot damn nearly everything if you aim it good. And it has insane AoE, has insane damage, lasts for a while. Plus that it just works so well with Magneto's kit because Magneto uses that sword and you put the F, you put the shield around yourself, you basically just don't die at all. And so yeah, that's why I'm gonna be putting this one at S because I genuinely do think it's the best I guess team comp like team up. It's really strong. There's really nothing in my mind that could top this. Just so much damage. With Magneto, if you have a Scarlet Witch, I would put Magneto either top of A or bottom of S because the damage he does is absolute. You actually melt tanks as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna be ranking Thor and the Storm. This isn't really good. I would only put it. I don't know. I'm gonna put it at C for now. The reason I put it at C is because Storm's like new ability still isn't that good. It's actually okay because she just basically gets an extra attack that spreads across enemies, which is really good if they're low and you literally can't hit them. Or this just does more DPS and Thor gets more health and Thor's not that tanky. So yeah, you know what? This is actually pretty solid. So I'm gonna just leave it at B right now. Luna and Jeff, this is also pretty well. Whenever Jeff spits, his thing slows down enemies. This is really good just to stop people from running or just slowing, like I guess the healers down. This is really good. This also makes his ult a lot easier to land if you slow them. They're slowed and so they can't really run out of your queue, so you're able to get them. There's like a lot of synergies that ability has, and Luna gets the heal boost, which already takes a crack character and makes her more crack because she heals a lot more. And a plus with her ult, she's going to be healing 15% more, so literally nothing could kill anything in your ult. And so the next character I'm going to be placing is Hela. Okay, so if you guys don't know this, it's going to be Hela, Thor, and Loki. I'm going to put this on the top of A. The reason why I say this is because Hela already does a lot of damage, right? She gets the damage boost, and what Thor and Loki get in return is insane. Because if you have a decent Hela player, you literally when you die and Hela literally gets a kill, you get brought back full HP. That is crazy. Full HP, you get brought back with full HP. This does rely on the Hela player. If the Hela player is really shit and can't get a kill, then okay, you're not getting brought back. But if they are good, you're bringing a whole tank back into the fight. So imagine, tanks are usually the hardest ones to kill, and bringing one back just because you got a kill is, I think, has to be one of the strongest. The only reason I'm not putting it in S is strictly because the Hela needs to be good, and for that reason, I can't put it there. I will be putting Groot and Jeff and Rocket at the bottom of it. The reason I do this is because it like healers are already pretty annoying to kill because they could just literally out heal like a lot of the damage if they're next to their healer friends. They have like most healers have like a getaway skill, and you pair this up with they're able to get on a tank, take reduced damage, and it's very hard to hit them when they're on their tank. Puts on a like whole nother level. This is like really good. I don't think like it's really strong, but I wouldn't put it at S. And I'm gonna keep it at the bottom of A because it's just really good. Because it already makes a healer like it makes the healer's job even easier, so they don't even have to worry about running away. All they have to do is heal their teammates. I played Rocket Raccoon and I swear I stayed 90% of the game on my Groot's back and nothing happened to me and I was able to keep my team alive the whole time. And yeah, that's really good. My next ranking is I'm gonna be ranking Venom, Spider-Man, and Penny Parker. This one isn't too good. The only reason I'm not putting this in C is because this is the only time Spider-Man ever becomes useful in this team comp. He kind of does, because when you have a Venom, rushing their backline, this is the one time like Spider-Man can actually get kills, and it's not like so hard because if there's a big black daddy rushing straight into their backline, then they're not going to really notice the Spider-Man that's also there picking out their backline. So just because of that, I say this is a little stronger, and Venom also gets HP back. And the reason why I don't put this higher is the symbiote's kind of useless. The symbiote, like, yeah, you could put him in that uppercut combo and then symbiote. I still don't think it's that good. I don't know. The symbiote's not really that good. It could have literally been anything else, and I think the symbiote would have been better. But for some reason, they made the symbiote do damage, but also knock the person away. So you're playing a close range character, and you're knocking the person away. You kind of want the person to be close to you. Okay, so for my next one, I'm gonna be putting Hulk and Iron Man. I'm gonna put this. I'm only putting this in A because it benefits Iron Man so much. Doesn't benefit Hulk. Hulk just gets a little bit more health. Hulk is dog shit. However, Iron Man becomes really cracked. The gamma ray makes your damage do so much more. You literally shred anything. If they were to give Hulk a buff, Iron Man will be getting an insane buff because if a Hulk becomes actually playable and people actually play Hulk, everyone's going to be playing Iron Man because the gamma ray is just going to be doing so much more damage. Like you literally could take out backline like nothing. The only reason I'm not putting this S is quite literally because Hulk is the only thing holding this down because Hulk is just not a good character. Next character I'm gonna be putting is Rocket Raccoon and Punisher. I'm gonna put this like towards high A. The reason why I'm putting this in high A is because like Punisher's already the most cracked player in the game, and then Rocket Raccoon's already one of the better healers in the game, and then you're basically just buffing both of them, and so that's why I'm gonna put it here. But the buff isn't too insane because it does give the Punisher infinite ammo, which is kind of cracked. Before it was even more cracked, and it increases his fire rate, which is even more cracked, and then the heals that Rocket Raccoon gives out gets increased, which even makes that stronger. That's really good, but it's not OP. So I'm not gonna put it at S tier. I definitely think it belongs like towards the top of A tier. My next one is the only team up I genuinely think deserves C tier, and that's Magica and Black Panther. The C, like being able to teleport still isn't good because Magica already has like three things to get close, and usually when you're playing her, you never really run out of it because you just rotate around all those moves. You really rarely ever need your C back, and then Black Panther with the C is not that useful because Black Panther already has things to catch up, and the C is just like kind of weird and clunky. I don't think it's that good. There's not much to say about it. It's not that strong. And then the last one deserves to be at the bottom of S tier, and the reason why I put this above Hela, is because unlike Hela needs to get a kill to bring her teammates back. Just having Adam Warlock brings both of your teammates back after they die, and there's just a huge cooldown. This is so OP because they literally can't shoot like Mantis or Star Lord, and Star Lord's already a really cracked character. He's like I consider him a really good character, and then I can't like express how strong this is because if you take out their backline or you play a bit reckless but it pays off. If you play reckless and dive their backline but you die in the process but you take both of their healers, with this passive it makes that into an insane, not even fair trade. Your team just gets benefited a lot because not only they didn't lose their DPS, but the other team loses their healers and they really couldn't do anything about it. And you just come back. Same thing with Mantis. It's like you put all this work to kill them, and then they could go back either back to their teammates or go near their teammates, come back, and you can't do anything about it. And they're full health. That's why it's really good. And so that's it for this video. I ranked all the characters from best to worst. I put them all in their respective spots. If you guys disagree with this video, please I guess put it down in the comments below. If you guys agree with this video or think my tier list was good, please put it down in the comments below, because some of these Spider-Man mains really don't like my tier list, and I don't know why. Like, I'm just trying to make their character stronger, and they just go against me. Like, I'm doing it out of my own goodwill. I want Spider-Man to be good again. And so yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and sub, and thank you guys for watching.